One important distinction to understand when you have an elderly person or you're going to the hospital is the difference between observational care and inpatient care. So the reason why this is important is because it shifts financial responsibility between an elderly person or Medicare. So let me give you a little bit of understanding. If you have an elderly individual who goes to the hospital and the doctor determines that they are there for observational care, not inpatient care, and then they go to a nursing home, Medicare does not cover the first 20 days of care. It's going to be considered upon or the responsibility of the elderly person to pay for their nursing home care. Now, if you can imagine this as an issue that you can shift responsibility of financials from an elderly individual off of Medicare. Medicare has an incentive to encourage this behavior. And also, this also is big for a hospital. So a hospital, if someone comes in for observational care, it's covered under Part B, where an elderly individual has to pay co-payments instead of under Part A, where there's just an initial fee that's a lot less. So for hospitals, there's an incentive to push people into observational care, not inpatient care. One of the most important things that has just recently happened is for the last 11 years, there has been litigation between individuals and HHSC to have a right to appeal this decision that you went in as observational care and not inpatient care. So on January 25th, 2022, federal courts said, of course, Medicare has to allow people to appeal this decision. You know, someone has a right to reserve and get part or the responsibility onto Medicare when they were actually supposed to pay. If they didn't have this right to appeal this, then Medicare could just conveniently start shifting all the responsibility to elderly individuals to pay for certain things that Medicare was supposed to cover. So this is very important for you to understand. If you're an elderly person, if you go to the hospital, make sure you talk to your doctor about being admitted as inpatient. Now remember, if you go to a nursing home, you have to be there for 3 days, not including the 4th day when they transfer you. So you really have to be there for 4 days. So it's important to understand this distinction between inpatient and observational care. And the reason why is finances. It's going to shift responsibility on Medicare to pay for some of your long-term care.